Your backyard may look empty, but you are probably already being watched. Before you see the bird may have already seen you. That tiny eye is gathering more information than most people realize. The moment you step outside, your yard surveillance network activates. Some birds know your door, your timing, and even your routine. This is not paranoia. This is how wild animals survive near humans. Their calls can tell the whole yard that something just changed. And sometimes, the thing that changed is you. These are 8 signs. The birds in your yard are watching you. Some signs are obvious, but others are almost invisible. Different species watch in different ways, but the pattern is there. They track movement, distance, posture, sound, and repeated outcomes. To them, you are not just a person. You are a moving event. Your yard is a map, and birds update that map every day. Sign number 1 starts with the place they choose to watch from. Sign 1: they use the same lookout perch whenever you appear. A favorite branch can become a watchtower for your daily routine. If you move, they adjust so they can keep seeing you. They may not approach, but they are tracking your path carefully. The body points like an arrow toward what matters most. Some birds watch from cover, where they feel safe enough to study. Head tilting is not only cute, it helps gather visual information. If several birds turn together, you have become the main event. Staying still does not mean they are relaxed. It means they are evaluating. A raised crest can show alertness, tension, or intense attention. When they watch instead of fleeing, curiosity is competing with caution. Once you leave, the whole yard may start breathing again. The watchtower becomes the first step toward calculated trust. If they return to the same perch daily, they are learning your pattern. They have a lookout spot for you. Sign 2 begins before you even step into the yard. Sign 2: they appear the moment your door opens. The sound of your door can become part of their daily prediction. Some birds may react before they can even see the food. A jar lid, a sliding door, or footsteps can become a signal. That call may mean the provider has arrived again. They are not responding only to food, they are responding to sequence. Door, person, container, food. The pattern is becoming readable. A fast approach means uncertainty is shrinking. Repeat it enough, and birds may begin waiting for the moment. Sometimes they arrive early, as if they know the schedule. They may watch the entrance more than the feeder itself. When they react even without food, they are watching you, not just seeds. If the expected reward fails, they update the routine. Your door has become part of their survival calendar. Sign 3 is about sound, and it can feel very personal. Sign 3: they vocalize when you appear. Not every call is alarm. Some calls simply announce presence. A blue jay may sound like it is calling the whole neighborhood. That sound can tell others that the food person is outside. If they call only when you appear, you are part of the message. Compare that with the sound they make for a stranger. A different human can trigger a different vocal response. Familiarity does not always silence them. It changes the meaning. Their voices can mark low danger, attention, expectation, or warning. Other birds listen, because your arrival may matter to them too. One bird noticing you can inform the entire yard. When a call becomes predictable, the bird has mapped your routine. The yard has a sound for your arrival. Sign 4 appears when you stop being just the feeder person. Sign 4 birds follow you while you do yard work. They may follow from a safe distance, always above escape range. Your work changes the ground, and the birds notice immediately. Digging can reveal insects, seeds, and hidden opportunities. Some birds learn that your movement can uncover food. Others inspect places your hands have just disturbed. A blue jay may track your route like a moving landmark. Watering can change insect activity, soil texture, and bird interest. They learn which actions create danger and which create opportunity. If they shadow your path, your behavior has become useful information. The safest birds wait until your hands stop moving. That quick grab is not luck. It is observation turned into reward. Over time, yard work can become a signal for feeding opportunities. You have tiny supervisors following your every move. Sign 5 is funny, but it reveals serious memory. Sign 5, they complain when the food is late. An empty feeder can break a routine they expected to work. That shout may sound like attitude, but it begins with expectation. The birds may have learned exactly where the food comes from. Once the solution appears, the yard's attention changes instantly. They recognize the sequence and move into position early. The sound of refilling can become part of the learned ritual. The complaint ends the moment the pattern repairs itself. This is memory, timing, and hunger meeting in one tiny moment. In winter, late food can matter more than humans understand. A reliable refill can help birds build energy before nightfall. They may be loud because the resource is genuinely important. The yard may know when you are late. Sign 6 is the shocking one, because the stakes are much higher. Sign 6. They bring their young into the space you use. A young bird is vulnerable, inexperienced, and still learning danger. If adults tolerate you nearby, the safety record may be strong. The parent is not careless. It is monitoring you constantly. Feeding young near you suggests the yard is inside their trusted map. This is not cute content only. This is a fragile survival lesson. Many backyard birds teach young where food and safety exist. Trust still has boundaries, especially around young birds. The best response is distance, not excitement or pursuit. Respecting young birds may strengthen the safety pattern for everyone. The next generation begins learning your yard's rules. A parent may allow visibility only when it still controls escape. They trust the space enough to let young birds learn there. Sign 7 is subtle, because it is about what stops happening. Sign 7, their alarm calls fade when you walk by. A quiet blue jay can be more meaningful than a shouting one. Compare that with what happens when someone unfamiliar moves through. The alarm returns because the risk profile changed. Different reactions reveal that birds are not treating all people equally. Watching without alarm can be a strong sign of learned safety. When the yard does not shut down, your presence has become background. Feeding during your movement means the threat score is low. Some birds show trust by staying hidden but calm. Normal behavior returning quickly is a sign worth noticing. They no longer announce you as danger. Sign 8 is about investment in the future. Sign 8. They cache food in your yard. A bird hides food where it expects to return safely. One hidden snack is interesting. Many caches become a private map. Caching requires memory, caution, and confidence in the place. If the bird defends a cache, your yard has become valuable. Returning later proves the memory remained active. Smaller birds cache too, turning your yard into stored survival. Respect hidden caches, they belong to the bird's future. When the cache remains safe, the yard earns more trust. Birds link food, people, shelter, danger, and memory into one system. Your yard has become part of their survival plan. Now put the 8 signs together, and the pattern becomes clear. 1. They use a watchtower perch when you appear. 2. They appear when your door opens. 3. They vocalize differently when you enter the yard. 4. They follow your yard work from safe positions. 5. They complain when expected food is missing. 6. They bring their young into your shared space. 7. Their alarm calls fade when you move predictably. 8. They store future food in your yard. Together, these signs mean your yard has become readable and useful. If you want that trust to continue, become predictable and respectful. Clean food matters because trust should never become harm. A healthy yard offers food, water, shelter, and escape routes. Birds watch you more calmly when they can retreat easily. Keeping cats indoors protects the trust you work to build. Safer windows protect birds that learn to use your yard. Never test trust near nests or fledglings. Distance is respect. Young birds need space, not rescue. Unless they are clearly injured, a trusted bird remains wild. And that wildness is the gift. The highest trust often looks ordinary birds living normally near you. Over months, repeated safety can become a long-term relationship. The small visitor may remember where safety and food have appeared. The loud watcher may know your routine better than you think. The quiet birds may trust you in softer, less obvious ways. A watched yard is not creepy. It is alive with decisions. Every glance is part of a survival calculation. If they stay, call, feed, cache, or bring young, notice it. They are telling you the space feels usable, predictable, and safe enough. Your role is not to control the birds, but to protect the pattern. The bird chooses the yard because it still controls the distance. That choice is the heart of wild trust. Which of these 8 signs have you seen in your own yard? Do they watch from the same branch every morning? Do they appear the moment your door moves? Do they yell when the snacks are late? Have they brought their young into the yard you share? Have their alarm calls softened when you pass by? Have they started hiding food under your leaves and grass? If so, your yard may be more trusted than you realize. Tell us which sign shocked you most and subscribe for more backyard secrets. The birds in your yard are watching, learning, and deciding every day.